is going on, everyone? Welcome to another installment of the Boyz Corner with myself and my man, Cowboys Corner, and I know he don't like to say it, but we got to say it, on the BGN Network channel. This is the Cowboys takeover time for the next hour. Again, this is going to be another fun show. We're supposed to have fifth quarter Cowboy. If that doesn't fall through, we got a backup plan, and we're going to go about doing mock drafts type thing. Let's get into it, man. I mean, how's your week? We got a week away from the draft. How excited are you?
No, man, a week away, like you said. The Cowboys under Mike McCarthy have drafted really well. I'm super excited for the draft next week, and I think that the Cowboys, I don't think they're going to move up. They might move back. I can, like I said before, the Kansas City Chiefs moving back could make sense, especially what position they want to attack. That left guard position, as of right now, I can't tell you who's going to play that left guard position. But they could go wide receiver here. They could go left guard. Any of those two positions the first round, I can see happening.
Yeah. I can see that happening too, and that's. To me, wide receiver is I don't know. I don't find it as a need, and I don't think that any of those wide receivers, especially after doing a lot of mock drafts, especially the three that we were looking at in our 30 visits, I don't think they're going to be there at 24. So, I mean, if they're not there at 24, if your two guys at guard aren't there at 24. Someone's got to be there out of your day one 30 visit guys. Someone's got to be there that you looked at.
Yeah, they looked at a lot. Raymond out of Central Michigan, he could be a target. If they move back with the Chiefs, I could see them getting him. I got him projected as a second round pick. However, Mike Mayock had Travis Frederick as a third round pick. They drafted him. He had a really damn good short career. So I can see them drafting him that early, okay?
Yeah.
And whoever they get, you got to remember, it has to be a premium position because you have to use that fifth-year option. You have to use it. So will they use a fifth-year option on wide receiver? I mean, you can, but that market's only getting higher, right? So they can use it. That makes sense. Boom. You look at the left guard position, that market's kind of it can buy you some time to see how that market goes between now and 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If this first round pick, you have that fifth round option, and it's all depending on who they draft.
Now that fifth year option, because I know LV, maybe you can explain it to me. LVE, he was making $19 million, not 19, but he got drafted at the 19th spot, right?
Yep.
He was making like $2 to $3 million a year.
Yep.
That fifth year option, how did it all of a sudden go up to $12 million?
Yeah. So what they do is they take the averages, like the franchise tag kind of. They take those averages and they do some math, and there's the number. The fifth year option, I think it works the same way. I'm not 100% sure. It could work the same way though. But I think it's probably all established in their contract too.
So let's just say at 24 we take a wide receiver, and then we got that fifth year option. With the market only going up, wouldn't that fifth year option number go up for 1 year? I mean, for that year?
Yeah, the rookie contract since. I mean, hell, I think when CeeDee Lamb got drafted, the rookie contracts are different. A lot of their money's guaranteed now. A lot more of their money.
Yeah.
They're making a lot more money on the books. I remember, just a few years ago, the cap number that you had to stay at was anywhere between $5 to $6 million. You could pay your whole draft class with that. Now there's a little bit more competitiveness. Contracts take a little longer. Hell, rookies ain't even getting signed until a little bit after training camp, just because the GMs are still trying to maneuver how this new cap system works with these rookies getting paid the way they're getting paid.
Okay, so I guess either way, even if you draft a premium position, you're still kind of taking a risk there because
you don't ever have to pick it up. You don't have to pick it up.
Yeah.
What the Cowboys did was they didn't pick up LV's fifth-year option. and they got him for $2 to $3 million. They saved a little bit of money on the cap there, but Cowboys got fortunate to even get him back. So there's that. But the fifth-year option's there if they earn it. It's definitely an earning bonus. And Leighton Vander Esch, the Cowboys felt like he didn't earn it. Cowboys didn't pick it up. And hopefully, as we go on with the Mike McCarthy drafts, I think CeeDee Lamb will get a fifth year. If not, they'll pay him long term. And same thing with Micah Parsons. So right now, under Mike McCarthy, it's looking like fifth-year options will be established.
Yeah, and I feel like so this is what going into his third. I think his only two drafts here. I think his first round draft pick so far. His first round draft picks. He's 2 for 2. So we'll see what he does this year and what happens under him this year if we can go 3 for 3. And I'm hoping that he does because for me, a guard position is what I feel we need, and I've said that before because we need someone to protect Dak, but also. I guess you could say wide receiver because we also, I don't know. How comfortable do you feel as of right now going into the season with what we got at wide receiver?
I'm comfortable. I'll be honest with you. You got CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, who's going to be coming in later on in the year, a couple of weeks in. James Washington, I do like his style. Then you got Noah Brown there. They let Turner leave. Simi Fehoko there. I'm not a real big believer in Simi Fehoko until he shows me something. So, there's potential there. Now, if they don't draft wide receiver in the first, they're going to draft wide receivers in the second or third, possibly the fourth round. Yeah. They're also going to draft a tight end. It's just a matter of when. And I know Cowboys do a really good job drafting best player available. And this draft is deep for ends. It's deep for wide receivers. It's deep for linemen. So they can pick BPA and still pick somebody up as a quote unquote need later on in the day.
Yeah, I got you. So do you want? Okay, so before we get into this, I just kind of want to hear your takes and your thoughts on this, man. I started cracking up when Cowboys Twitter went crazy over the Deebo Samuels thing, man. I was just like, stop it, guys. Stop it. People stop. Stop it. Like, just drop it. It's not happening. We don't have the draft capital. Like, there's no way in hell that Deebo can even come here. It's like you had problems getting Cooper and TP the ball under Kellen Moore. What do you think that Deebo is going to do when he gets here? Like, Kellen Moore's not going to be able to use him correctly.
Right. No, you make a great point. Right here, it says feature Tony Pollard. This comment right here. Oh, yeah. And Kellen Moore, he has a hard time scheming around players. Yeah, he did it with Amari Cooper against the Vikings, or when Cooper Rush was the quarterback. He only schemes every once in a while. I remember Kellen Moore was getting so much praise because he was putting up all these stats and putting up all these yards, and he went toe-to-toe with Tom Brady and all those pieces over there. And then the offense just got stale because there's inconsistencies in Kellen Moore's play calling and game plan. So Deebo can come here, and let's say he does come here, they're probably going to scheme around him the first 5 games, and after that, Tony Pollard's going to be MIA. CeeDee Lamb's going to be like, we're missing Amari Cooper. That's going to be one of the headlines next year, probably by week 6. Are the Cowboys missing Amari Cooper? You're going to see it on Undisputed. You're going to see it on First Take. You're going to see it everywhere because the inconsistencies of this offensive coordinator and not being able to stay consistent. Yes, you can throw the number 1 offense in my face all day long, but tell me when we're what's our offense ranked at when we go against a premier defense? We could put up 40 points against the Eagles in week 17. We could put up 40 points against Atlanta Falcons, right? We could put up 40 points against the Washington Redskins, but none of that matters because we didn't even score 20 points in the wild card round at home against Jimmy Garoppolo and Deebo Sanders with that defense.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, we all saw that game. It was pretty bad. But yeah, no. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this Debo Samuel thing because I thought it was pretty funny.
It's gonna be a wasted. It's gonna be we got Tristan Hill. And then that was our first pick because we traded away our first pick to the Raiders for Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper is now gone, not because of the player, but because bad contract negotiations and bad game plans. You heard it out of Stephen Jones' mouth. Production.
Yeah.
When did you scheme around him?
No,
So
I mean,
if we get Debo Samuel, what's going to happen in 3 years? Production.
Yeah. No, I mean, when reports were coming about Amari Cooper, about Jerry Jones was mad at him because whatever reason. When I was reading that article, to me, the way I read it is Jerry Jones was more upset how he was being used more so than the production on the field. I mean, that's how I took it. I don't know if you remember what article that was, and I can't even remember what article it was, but I just know Jerry was more talking about this kind of player Amari Cooper is, and that's not what's happening on the field. And I felt like that was a shot at Kellen Moore more so than Cooper, because I mean, you and I both see it. Cooper wasn't being utilized correctly.
No, he wasn't. Cooper against the Eagles, I think it was his second year or first year. I mean, he had to tell Dak, "Hey, we're going to go to this play," and Dak's like, "No, we got to run what Kellen Moore ran." And Coop's like, "Trust me, we're going to run this play." He goes down there, catches the ball, scores a touchdown because it's the incompetence of this coaching staff. I thought it was comical that Mike McCarthy made a statement that he's going to be more involved in the offense than ever before. Nothing's going to change because Kellen Moore is wrapped around Jerry Jones's little finger. Excuse me. And nothing's going to change. Excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just it's funny. I know we've talked about it before on one of our other shows, but it's just funny when you simplify the scheming and you just get your ball to the best guy. I mean, look, I just don't understand how Kellen Moore, he did that with Cooper Rush. Why couldn't he do that with Dak Prescott? Is it because the different styles of play these guys were?
No, it has nothing to do with styles of play. It all has to do with scheme. And you know, when you have Dalton Schultz there, when you have CeeDee Lamb, it should make things a little easier to scheme around one of those guys. But it's dink and dunk 5-yard routes. It's the same route patterns. I mean, look at the Kurt Warner film session. The proof is in the pudding. This is a big-time playoff game, win or go home. And look at the film that Kurt Warner put on. That's on tape. You can go to NFL Game Pass and watch it yourself. And so it's just he knew that his back was against the wall. He knew Dak Prescott was out, and he schemed Amari Cooper to have a really, really good game. And then you look at when Dan Quinn was the interim against New Orleans, look how horrible that was. Your head coach is out. Dan Quinn, you know, he's motivated his defense and the offense. I mean, we're playing against a broken finger Taysom Hill, and we really didn't look too flashy until they started waking up.
Yeah.
You know? So he's just an inconsistent offensive coordinator.
Now we all know how Jerry likes his homegrown guys. And I'm worried, right? I'm worried that with this, with Kellen Moore being homegrown, I'm worried it's going to be another Jason Garrett type deal to where not he's going to get moved to head coach, but 10 years down the line and we still got Kellen Moore and it's still the same inconsistencies as he's had throughout him being an OC. Like that's what I'm worried about.
I'm telling you right now. Mike McCarthy will be gone before Kellen Moore. And if Dan Quinn's the head coach, Kellen Moore will be gone right after him. There's no way, absolutely no way that Dan Quinn can keep this guy on the coaching staff. If he does, it's a Jerry Jones experiment that he did with 10 years under Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, he's a great human being. You hear all the stories about how wonderful he is. But what's Jason Garrett doing? He's commentating a little football league.
Yeah.
Right?
The
You mean to
USFL.
tell
Yeah.
me you are a head coach for the Dallas Cowboys and you're commentating a little football league? Really? This is what you gave us? Kellen Moore, you're absolutely right. He's walking the footsteps of Jason Garrett. However, if you get a competent coach in here that will go toe-to-toe with Jerry Jones, Kellen Moore will not be here, and I guarantee you he'll be a college head coach or a college offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Now why? Okay, so then here's my next question. When we brought in Mike McCarthy, he was allowed to pick his own staff, but Jerry said you're keeping Kellen Moore. Now, what would be different if Dan Quinn, let's just say Mike McCarthy's gone, they move in Dan Quinn because it looked like it was supposed to be Kellen Moore, the head coach, right, in waiting, but then Dan Quinn came in, the team reacted. Now it's Dan Quinn, kind of seemed like he's the coach in waiting. What's going to be the difference between Jerry saying, Mike McCarthy, you're keeping Kellen Moore, and now it's Dan Quinn's team, and he doesn't want Kellen Moore? Is Jerry going to listen?
He has to listen. Dan Quinn ain't going to take the job. Then Kellen Moore's going to be your coach. Then it's going to be another decade of us not winning anything. And by that time, Jerry Jones is getting older. Stephen Jones is running the negotiations. Will McClay's running the player personnel. I mean, he's slowly getting weaved out. But at the end of the day, when Jerry has to step in, sometimes it's good. He stepped in for Deion Sanders. He stepped in for Charles Haley. He stepped in to hire Jimmy Johnson and fired the great Tom Landry, right? So, but that was years ago. Jerry Jones, he's allowing his son to change philosophies. He's allowing his son to dig this team in even a deeper hole. But as long as the Cowboys are in headlines, I mean, I seen it just this past week. Former Dallas Cowboy Damian Wilson. Damian Wilson was a former Chief, and he is now he's a Carolina Panther, right? Yeah. So he hasn't been with the Cowboys in 2 teams. How the hell is he a former? He's a former Chief.
Yeah.
He went from the Chiefs to the Panthers. Chiefs to the Panthers. His former team was the Chiefs. Why are the Cowboys always have to get put in headlines? Because why? Jerry Jones loves it. It keeps them relevant.
Jerry Jones loves it, but it also, I guess you can say, in quotes, sells tickets. Like, oh shit, it's the Cowboys. Who did what now? And it just seems like it's synonymous with the Cowboys. It's, you got to put names, you got to put former or whatever it is to connect it with the Cowboys to be able to sell your whatever you're putting out there. And you're right, Jerry does love it because it keeps them relevant, right? TV relevant, not or social media relevant, but not so much sports relevant and that's what we want. As long as Jerry's pocket's being filled, he's winning.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said a couple of shows back, this is our 6th show. Said a couple of shows back, Jerry's won more than 3 Super Bowls. He's won 3 actual rings, but when it comes to dollars, he's won a lot of Super Bowls. Lots.
Yeah.
But that's only in his brain and his moves. But as fans, we buy the jerseys. We sell out the stadium. I mean, every time I've been to AT&T Stadium, there's been 95,000 plus fans in attendance.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cowboy fans are naive enough to think, it's our year. We're going to the Super Bowl. Instead of taking face value. And they listen to other YouTubers who love unicorns and rainbows. However, I will say this. I've seen a lot more Cowboy fans who've done the unicorn and rainbows actually wake up a little bit.
Oh, I've been seeing that a lot too.
They've actually woke up. They're a little too late. They're a little too late. But they're waking up. You know, Cowboy. I had a guy comment on my community tab. He's like, it's so funny. I used to disagree with everything you said. Now I find myself agreeing with you. Funny how that works because you can't read the headlines. You can't listen to Skip Bayless. You can't listen to NFL Network. Cowboys are #1 franchise in the world for a reason because they fill your head up. They fill your head up. High hopes. It's like a blind date. You hope you hope she's pretty. You hope she's sexy. You got a Coke bottle body. You got all this stuff, and then she's ugly as hell. That's the Cowboys.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, you're right. I mean, I'm I'm slowly starting to see people that I've been in straight up arguments with about this team are now slowly switching gears. Instead of being optimistic or hopeful or whatever, they're starting to see the light slowly but surely. And I'm just sitting here laughing at it. I'm just sitting here laughing because I'm like, you are now proving everything I've been saying correct. Now you're agreeing with me. As much as I know y'all dislike me or you don't like me, you're agreeing with everything that I've been putting out for years. And I find it funny. These guys that built their channels, like you said, off of unicorns and rainbows, are now slowly seeing that light. And it's going to be funny to see how their fans react, because to me, Cowboy fans don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear faith and optimism.
The rainbows.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's, you know, I didn't make a free agent video on the Frisco Report. Big shout out to the Frisco Report every Tuesday, Cowboy Blog channel. I said, I don't even know why we're talking about free agency, Joe. We're not going to sign nobody. I could talk about who I want all day long. I'm just window shopping. I pull out my wallet and all I see is cap space, accoladed dollars, the piece of the pie. You know, that's all I see. And because there's no reason to get excited. Now, draft time I get excited. I do. I legit get excited for draft time. But when it comes to free agency, there's no reason to get excited. There really isn't, because they're going to sign their own, and they're going to sign bargain bin basement players and try to get a little life out of them. They did it with George Selvey, Jeremy Mincy. They did it with DeMonte KZ. They try to do it with Keon O'Neal, J-Ron Curse. You know, they try to get all these names, and oh my God, Dan Quinn's my coach. I can rejuvenate it. Oh my God, Dak Prescott's going to be my quarterback now. I could breathe again. But you know what's funny? I'm gonna change subjects real quick. I watched a little bit of Amari Cooper's Browns interview.
Yeah, I was gonna go there with you.
He said former teammates. I don't know if that's former Raider teammates. I don't know if that's former Cowboy teammates. But it's funny to me. He said former teammates text me when the Browns traded for Deshaun Watson, saying, "Man, you're lucky." He's on the offense side of the ball. Okay. The offense side of the ball, they're always in meeting rooms. They're always doing that. I'm sure he's friends with some people on defense of the ball, but the majority, it's probably going to be that wide receiver room, because they're always watching film. They're always breaking things down. They're always doing this. They're always doing that. I wonder if CeeDee Lamb texted that. I wonder if Michael Gallup texted him, "Man, you're lucky. Deshaun Watson's going to be your quarterback," because they know what they got.
Yeah.
They know what they got.
Yeah, I was watching. Okay, since you brought that up, I was going to bring that up in a little bit. But since you brought that up, did you hear when they were asking about his time in Dallas and how he was just like, "Well, I did not love being there. You know, I like being there," and da about what he was saying. When I was listening to that, I saw it on Twitter, and that snip on Twitter, and I was reading the comments about it, and some people were like, "Oh, like it seems so. It's so sad. I don't want to see him in a Browns uniform. This, that, and the third." And I was just like, I was like, I know you're hearing what he's saying, but are you listening to what he's saying? So this man seems like he just didn't want to be here anymore. Like, if you listen to how he says it, it just seems like he just did not want to be here anymore. So, and I was like, as much as the Cowboys didn't want him, he didn't want to be here either. People were like, "No, that's not it." I was like, listen to what he's saying and listen to how he's saying it. Like, there's no way this man wanted to be here anymore. He goes, because he was just like, "Well, that's the business part of it, and I understand it. And it's not like I didn't like Dallas. I actually love Dallas, and I did want to be here." Man, the way he was saying it just seemed so disingenuous, and it just seemed so like, whatever, I'm gone. Like, no big deal. Now I'm excited to be over here.
Big shout out to one of my good friends, 21 Armando 21. He's a big TikToker. We got to get him on the Boyz Corner here in a couple of weeks after the draft. Armando, hit me up. I'll hit you up. Whatever we got to do. I gotta get you El Paso. He's from El Paso. He does great TikToks. I love his content there on TikTok. Armando, we gotta get you on the Boyz Corner. Big shout out to you.
Oh yes, sir. Let's get him on here. If he does, when he does come on here, I'm gonna need his information so we can put all this stuff in the description and then get all that going. But yeah, man, it's just listening to his Browns interview. It just seemed like he didn't want to be here anymore. He's more excited to be somewhere else and a fresh start. And I'm sure he's gonna have fun with Deshaun Watson because the way, like we've talked about it before, Deshaun Watson with that run game and Deshaun Watson and Cooper, we're gonna see what the Cowboys we're supposed to look like.
Yeah, right out the muscle. Guess who we got coming on in here? If he ain't late, this ain't a show. Welcome, my boy, fifth quarter Cowboy. Bum, 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 bum.
What happening, man?
What's up, man? Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Hey, man, how you been?
Oh, it's all good, man. You know, ready to get stressed out another season, man.
Yeah. So how you? I mean, I'm looking at the schedule. I mean, we know what our team is, but it seems fairly easy. I mean, no game is easy. No, I mean, it's the NFL, but it seems very doable to get another playoff spot with what the schedule is looking like, or the teams that we're playing. Not so much the schedule, but the teams we're playing this year.
Right.
So, what are your okay? So I haven't really talked to you in a while. So what are your thoughts and everything that's been going on with his offseason so far?
Oh man, it seems like Stephen Jones been in front and center attention of everything, man. Mr. Cap King, man. They got a running joke, Stephen Jones on Twitter, man. That guy, man. I always tell Cowboys Corner, I say everybody saying they can't wait to Jerry retire and Stephen to take over. I'm like, man, y'all don't want Stephen to take over. Y'all don't want. They're gonna be a lot worse, man.
Yeah,
they're gonna be a lot worse, man. Honestly, man, you know, just everything all season, man. You know, get rid of Coop. You know, sign a Gallup. Not much from the quarterback. You know, not a lot. You know, he said a couple of things. You know, he's saying like, we not done. You know, all this and that. He's saying he got a big part in who they draft and all that stuff or whatever. You know, I mean, what does that mean? You know that. Man, when it comes to that, man, when I look at guys like Brady or Aaron Rodgers or, you know, like Pat Mahomes, guys like that, they input because of the caliber quarterback they is, it matters. But we can draft the most quickest, the biggest deep threat, the most athletic wide receiver ever. But if they ain't connecting with our quarterback and our quarterback ain't improving on what he need to be improved on, it don't matter who we get. So he can pick. It don't matter. Because like I told them on the last live screen, the way Amari Cooper is not the type of wide receiver that Dak Prescott can adjust to because he's not accurate enough and not quick enough to get that ball to Coop when it's time to get it to him. You know what I'm saying? Dak treats all his wide receivers like they Dez Bryant. He treat them all the same. Like Coop in and out. By the time Coop in and out his break, the ball should be gone, but it's not. Dak, he can't adjust to Coop. That's why he gets his bread and butter when you see guys in the slot. Look how many passes he caught. He threw to Cedric Wilson going across the field. That touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb, the Patriots. Look at the type of pass it was. And Don Schultz. Look at the passes. Look at the type of passes they are. But when Coop is running a good route and the ball need to be gone, it just doesn't work because he's not that type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's just not that type of quarterback to deal with those type of receivers, like the good route runners, the guys with the quick feet, the guys that can shake a cornerback. The ball should be long gone. It's just not him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback, but he's not the type of quarterback that Amari Cooper need, and Amari Cooper's not the type of receiver we need because we don't have the caliber quarterback to feed Coop how we need to in order for him to be successful. Now it worked early on because he wasn't doing a lot of route running. He just won with his speed when we first brought him in. Coop won with his speed. A lot of defenses didn't know what to do with him. But once he started really route running and, you know, they opened up the playbook a little more and doing what he do, the connection, it fell apart. Because Dak, you know, I don't know, it just seems like sometimes when Coop run a route, he turned looking for the ball, it's not there, so he got to keep running and wait on Dak. And Dak, I don't know, he think he acting like it's college. he expected the man to be 5 yards open. You know, it just doesn't work. Like I say, if you look at bread and butter, when them guys in the slot, Dak looks good.
Yeah.
But that one-on-one up the field, when you gotta, you know, keep the ball away from the DB, but get it to your receiver at the same time, he's just not as successful in that area, you know. So they gotta draft a guy, you know, like look how he's pretty good with Gallup. Why? Because Gallup just gonna run and it's gonna be a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
Dak is pretty good in that area, man. That's why, you know what I'm saying? And Dak is also pretty decent in the what they call it, back shoulder fade.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that. He's pretty good in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't much wiggle room. So that's why, you know, I always told Cowboys going, hey, get rid of Amari Cooper. Because we ain't gonna use him right. We can't. We don't have a quarterback for it. We don't have a quarterback for it, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys getting traded, we're gonna see if, like, say for instance, the Dolphins Brady don't go to the Dolphins and they keep Tua. He's not gonna Cheetah not gonna have the success with Tua like he had with Pat Mahomes, because Pat Mahomes can pretty much get the ball to any type of receiver. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about that quarterback and that wide receiver combination, the way they gel, and I just don't think Dak and Coop gel once Coop really started, you know, opening up his route tree. That's why I feel like Michael Gallup will be a lot more successful with Dak than Amari Cooper was, because he ain't really he's just gonna speed past you, jump through the roof and catch the ball. And I feel like that's his bread and butter. He's gonna be a lot more successful. Whoever's in the slot receiver, he's gonna have a lot of success. Don Schultz, of course, he's gonna have his. You know what I'm saying? But the true route runner, the true technician type of wide receiver, we don't have a quarterback for that, y'all. So I just think the offseason hasn't been flashy how everybody wants it to be, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But hey, man, it's a Cowboys organization. What can you expect, man?
So CeeDee Lamb was successful, I guess you could say, in the slot. So if you move him to the outside, do you think that he's not going to have as much success, or we're going to see him kind of disappear the way we saw Amari Cooper disappear over the last two seasons, and not going to be the way it was?
I don't think Amari Cooper disappeared, man. I just think they didn't scheme a lot for him, man. When you think about it, man, I think Dalton Schultz had more receptions than him, didn't Amari Cooper? I just think so. I just feel like Kellen Moore didn't do a lot. You know, I don't think they trusted Dak, man.
I think it has a lot to do with it also.
I don't think they trusted him, bro. To be honest with you, bro, when we finally did, you know, he overthrew it, or it was just something crazy. But to answer your question about CeeDee Lamb, man, CeeDee Lamb, I don't know. Oh, man, that's a tough one, dude. He tough, but like me and Cowboys Corner always talk about, like, towards the end of the season, we like, man, these dudes can't get no separation. So I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of those routes aren't going to be like it probably be a lot of go balls, man. Like, to be honest with you, bro, like, it's just gonna probably be like CeeDee Lamb just beat the guy and I'll get it to you. But he's gonna be 9 times out of 10 gonna be the number one, so he gotta be. And will they target him enough, or will they go to Michael Gallup? Like, oh, you know, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see the lack of balls going that way like we did with Coop, because they didn't give Coop nothing. You know what I'm saying? So CeeDee Lamb is tough. I'll say this. I think he's tougher than Amari Cooper. I think he's mentally tougher than Coop. I do believe that. Better wide receiver, not even close. He's not even close to Amari Cooper, but I think he's mentally tougher. I think he'll fight harder with that DB than Coop, and I think he won't. He will, you know, stick to. You know, Coop, man. Sometimes he get frustrated, bro, and he just, you know, he just give up sometimes.
No, real quick, I was looking up the stats for receptions. Schultz had 10 more receptions than Cooper.
Coop.
Yeah.
Coop has 2 games because of Coop, too.
And Schultz had 78. So there's not much difference, but I mean, Coop had more yards than Schultz did by, I think, 60.
Deontay B said CD is in jeopardy of becoming Juju, like where he benefited from having them. Yeah. When Antonio Brown left the Steelers, Juju kind of, he got all the attention. That could be true too. That could be true too. But I think CeeDee Lamb is better than Juju Smith-Schuster. So, I'll take CD over Juju any day. You know what I'm saying? But that could be a point. Cowboys corner Ben said it. Like, we never saw him against a number one DB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The best safety on that side of the ball. We never saw it. So it's gonna be a lot more pressure. He got to learn a lot. I hope he's studying film and not just always at parties and games and stuff. In the offseason, I hope he's learning that it's different than what you did last year, man. So I hope he's learning, man, and hopefully he come in and be ready to go, man. But it's gonna be a different job, especially when you're battling your DBs and you're hoping your quarterback do his job right. So it might be a little difficult, man, but I do believe he's athletic enough to figure it out and adjust, man. I just hope him and Dak Prescott had some type of accord, man, because this past season wasn't.
Oh, I think we lost him.
Oh,
Sorry about that, y'all. My bad. I got a phone call. This past season, Dak, to be honest with you, Dak didn't connect with he didn't. We didn't see nobody. Don Schultz was that go-to guy. That's good to have, but when you got guys making top money, those are guys that got to be your bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point, we knew Tony Romo, we knew Dez Bryant was Tony Romo guy when he needed something. But old reliable Jason Witten never failed him. You know what I'm saying? We knew Witten was there, but Dez was that guy. 88 was that guy. You know what I'm saying? And I just see that last year. I see that last year with Dak and no receiver. Yeah. So I'm just hoping for improvement on that side of the ball, man. Offensively, we just got to improve, man. There's some games where we just can't put points, man.
Well, to your point earlier about how Cooper wasn't the receiver we needed because of the play of our quarterback or the mindset of our quarterback, with us adding Washington, another kind of burner type guy, over the top guy, do you think that'll help us then? Because that is a kind of a Dak, I guess you could say, like you said earlier, type of guy, the way Gallup is. Yeah. That'll just take you over the top. So do you think that in that sense that could help us?
I mean, I feel like if he get in there and jail, I don't even know the guy, man. I ain't never seen the guy play a game. If he get in there and play well and make a statement and teams like, wait a minute, this guy really – but off rip, they ain't think about him. They're not thinking about that guy, coming in the season, man. To be honest with you, like they worried about Dak. They think is to make Dak throw the ball because they don't trust his arm. And it benefited defenses all last season. Nobody respected Dak's arm, and they said, hey, we ain't worried about Zeke. We're going to make you put that ball in the air, man. And they did it, and he didn't have a lot of success at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think teams right now like, oh my God, the Cowboys got James Washington. What are we gonna do? I don't think nobody's thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're thinking like anything because our main threat, Amari Cooper, is gone. I think offenses are more so worried about Michael Parsons than any defense worried about anything we got on offense. They're not worried about that. Sure. They're not worried about Ezekiel Elliott. They're not too much worried about CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. Like, we just ain't gotten there on offense that's like, oh my God, this is scary. And they're definitely not worried about that offensive line. Our offense is so weak. It's not even, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't see no defense right now focusing on what we bring to the table that could be a possible threat to where they'd be like, oh, we got to focus in on this. I feel like more teams will be trying to figure out how to scheme Michael Parsons out of what they got going on to try to keep him away for their quarterback or something like that. Because just offensively, we don't have any power. We're not elite on the offensive side of the ball right now, man. We just don't have it, bro. We have middle of the pack wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? I can name 10 wide receivers better than Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb. I can name 10. You know what I'm saying? They not saying they're not good, but they're just not a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't have them guys. We just don't have them, man. Like, and it's unfortunate, man. Like you can get a good wide receiver at pick 24, but they're not gonna pick a wide receiver right there. They're not picking no receiver right there, man. So I don't know, man. I just don't feel like no defense is like, oh my God, that Cowboy offense is stacked. Like last year when we came in the game with high power, man, high engine, man, we. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't get better. We got worse. This offensive line still broke down. I don't want to hear nothing about Tyron Smith. I don't want to see his jersey. I don't want to see his name on the. I'm telling y'all, I'm so tired, y'all. I'm so tired. I've been saying this for so many. I'm so tired. Every year he's gonna. This dude ain't reliable. They need to get rid of that dude, man.
I've been saying it for 3 to 4 years before all this injury. Every year, even I've been saying it. Trade him so you can get top value. I mean, it's a business. It's whatever. I don't care. You're not going to get that first round pick like you could have got 3-4 years ago.
Nope.
But I mean, is it too late to trade him? I don't know.
Terrence Steele played better. Terrence Steele played better than him and Lyle Collins at their position last year.
Yeah. No. I know. I agree with you.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Man,
yes,
listen. Okay, we can say get rid of this player. We can say get rid of that player, right? How long has Travis Frederick been gone? How long? How long has he been gone?
Was it 2 years already?
3 years.
3?
3. No, his last season was
19?
19.
19? Right? Yeah, 3 years.
19. 19, yeah. He retired.
So 2 years. They even drafted a center in the 4th round. Have we replaced Travis Frederick?
No.
Okay, how long Ronald Leary been gone? 2016 was his last year with the Cowboys. Have we replaced the left guard position yet? No, we haven't. We had Suafilo there. We've had all these names there. We had Connor the Holding Williams there, right? So you look at when Tyron Smith is gone at that left tackle position.
He's always gone.
Who do we have there? Chaz
He's
Green.
always gone.
Adrian Claiborne.
He's always gone.
6-7 sacks.
He's always gone. What do you mean when he's gone? He's always gone.
But when he's there, you can't.
What?
My whole point.
When he did, what do he do? What do he do when he's there?
How important is the blind side? How important is the left tackle position?
Wait,
you think
what does he do when he's
in there?
All right. But he's contradicting. Let me tell you how you're contradicting yourself. Because when you complain about Dak Prescott, people say, who are you going to get? What did you say? Anybody but him? Anybody but him? They always tell you, ain't nobody else out there when you said replace Dak. Now you trying to say ain't nobody else out there when I said replace Tyron Smith. You contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, because you say the same thing when you say replace Dak, people say, well, who you going to put there? Now I'm saying replace Tyron, you saying the same thing. Who you going to put there? You contradicting yourself. You saying what they saying when you say replace
I'm not
Dak.
saying who I'm putting there. Have I said who's going to be there? I'm saying
they don't say it neither. They ask you
position. Okay, let me ask you this: who's better, Dak Prescott or Tony Romo?
What?
Who's better? Who's better?
Come on, man. We know who's better.
Better?
Like,
who's better?
Let's not ask crazy questions. We know who's better.
Who's better? Dak Prescott or Tony Romo?
Everybody know who's better. Like, what are you talking about?
Who's better?
Make your point.
So you can put an average position there, but you're still a downgrade position. I mean, you look at Terrence. You talk about Terrence Steele. Talk about he played better. Put Terrence Steele at the left side and tell me how good he does.
He did. You ain't seen him last year
at that left side.
No, he did the first game because he never did it. But then that next game, he didn't allow no sacks. He didn't allow no sacks the next game. None.
Smith allow?
I'll tell you right now.
I'll
tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you how many sacks and holdings. Give me 1 second.
Tell me.
I'm gonna tell you. Give me 1 second.
Holding. Tyron Smith. Every time a holding's called, I'm always thinking it's Smith.
It's Connor Williams.
I mean, I know Connor Williams had his holdings, but still,
don't let Cowboys Corner manipulate y'all. He will throw out stacks without facts because he don't think you're gonna look him up.
Look him up.
Not let him anything he say. Look it up because he will say stuff thinking you're not gonna Google it. Tyron Smith had watch this. I'm telling y'all. I know him too good. I'm telling y'all. Don't let him manipulate y'all.
I know I can get Tyron Smith for at least 2 to 3 holds a game.
A game.
What?
Yes.
What?
A game. I promise. What? Count them next year. Count them this upcoming season. There's going to be at least 2 to 3 holding penalties that go on 77.
Throughout the course of the season or a game?
No. A game. Okay, let's make it more realistic. 1 to 2 holding penalties a game. But I do see that a lot. I do see 77 being called a lot lately over the past couple years.
He was a little rusty. He missed some time. That's
Oh, look at that. He was a little rusty. Boy, I tell you, boy. Typical Cowboy fan, man. No accountability, bro. No accountability.
Tell me what offensive lineman doesn't hold?
Dak Prescott was a little rusty. He missed most of the other season, so we give him a pass too.
Rusty. Yes.
All right. So Dak and Tyron get a pass then.
Rusty against the San Francisco 49ers.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
He was rusty against the San Francisco 49ers.
He was rusty.
He was rusty against the Raiders.
He was rusty
against the Broncos.
He was rusty.
After that, he wasn't rusty against the Chiefs.
He was rusty.
He wasn't rusty against the Chiefs. No, he was not.
He was rusty, bro.
No, he was not, because he
was
was
rusty.
playing consecutively.
You don't make that decision. He was rusty.
He was playing consecutively.
Tyron Smith played 11 games last. Tyron Smith played 11 games last year. He had 7 penalties. That's almost a penalty a game.
That's not almost a penalty. Do the math.
That's 11 games, 7 penalties. Come on, bro.
Divided by 7, give me that percentage.
I said it's almost. You can't do this with me. I know you're too good. That's almost a penalty a game. I don't care what you say. 11 games out of 17. He almost missed the whole season.
One holding penalty in those 11 games. That's less than one holding penalty. It's not 1, 2.
Listen to that. Listen to that.
It's less than.
Listen to that.
Is the average less than 1?
Listen to that. It makes no sense.
Less than 1.
Typical Cowboy fan, no accountability, man.
Less than 1. Yes,
typical accountability. You doing the same thing that the Dak lovers do when they take off for Dak. You complain about guys taking off for Dak. You complain about guys taking up for Dak, and you be mad. Now you doing the same thing. You doing the same thing.
I'll take it.
You doing the same thing, bro.
I'll take it.
The same way people take up for Dak, you doing it right now. No accountability, man.
You cannot.
That man ain't been healthy in years. That man ain't been. So what? He's a Hall of Famer. So what?
He's a Ring of Honor.
He got solidified in the Hall. See, I'm not
love
doing this.
Dak Prescott.
I'm not doing this.
Downgraded from Tony Romo.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
People love
Dak Prescott. Go ahead, man.
Tony Romo.
Go ahead, man. Another contradiction. Another contradiction. Another contradiction. Another contradiction. Another contradiction. That's another contradiction. That's another. He keep contradicting himself so much tonight. That's another one. Tyron Smith solidified himself early in his career. He became a Hall of Famer early in his career. Ain't nothing he did in the past 3 years made me say, man, that's a Hall of Famer. He barely been on the field. He barely been at the game. He barely wore his jersey. If Tyron Smith's career started 3 years ago, he would not be a Hall of Famer. If Tyron Smith's career started 3 years ago, he would not be a Hall of Famer. He made his bread and butter, and he solidified his name early in his career. He was young, before the injuries compiled up. But when I say Dez Bryant was a Hall of Famer, you say he was only good for 3 years. But with Tyron Smith was only good for 3 years.
What? When we draft him?
When we drafted, who were the Cowboys first, Tyron or Dez?
Tyron.
All right, he was there longer than Dez Bryant, so of course he had a longer career. That's why it looked like that. Dez came when they both solidified their name early in their career. Don't try to praise Tyron for what he did years ago. That man ain't been good. That man ain't been good. That man ain't been good in 3-4 years.
Years in a row.
Typical Cowboy fan, man.
Was the best left tackle in the league.
No accountability, man.
Yeah, he was the best. Yeah, he was.
He was. Was.
3 years.
Was.
Double that.
Was, man.
2 to 3 penalties a game.
That man,
holding.
Tyron Smith ain't been
one. It don't even average to one.
It's 2021. Tyron Smith ain't been good since 2016.
What? 2017, he had a damn good year. Look at
Tyron Smith been good since Zeke rookie year. Like you always, no accountability. Typical Cowboy fan, man. They pick and choose who they want to like, man. I'm telling you, bro. This dude, just like Stephen Jones, bro. He's stubborn. He's stubborn, just like them. Don't want to get rid of nobody. He wanted the Boyz. He want to keep Tyron because he like him. He want to keep Tyron because he like him. He want to keep Tyron because he like him.
Let's make it. Let's go lose another 26 years.
You want to keep Tyron because he like him, bro. This man body is battered, beat up, and he can't do his job no more. It's time to move on. You talking about who we gonna get? Get anybody. Get anybody.
Get anybody.
Get anybody. How many left tackles out there good? There's plenty of left tackles out there that can give us more than 11 games. And
talent.
Bro, there's plenty of left tackles out there that can give us more than 11 games and more consistent. You act like Tyron out there still being a brick wall. No, he's not.
He is when he's healthy.
No, listen to that. Do you hear the type of talk that is? He is when he's healthy. When has he been healthy, bro? What does he say every year in March?
He played 11 games last year.
Every year he played 11 games, and it was 17 games. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. Typical Cowboy fan, man. Typical Cowboy fans, bro. That's why we'll never get nowhere, because a fan like y'all never hold nobody accountable. You be on Dak head 24/7. You be on Dak head 24/7, man.
All day long.
You be on Dak head 24/7.
Look at the average. Look at the average of what left tackles are making in football, and go look at Tyron Smith's contract.
Oh my God.
$10 million a year.
Oh my God.
To the cap. Look at Dak Prescott. We can't even sign anybody. We signed Dante Fowler and we signed James Washington because because we ain't playing, want to eat up most of the pie.
So because we ain't playing Tyron Smith, let's keep him at the starting position because he ain't making a lot of money and jeopardize the team.
Right.
That makes no sense. Let's keep him there because we ain't paying him.
We ain't jeopardizing the team. Because anybody, so when Tyron Smith's not there, anybody can play that position according to you. Don't contradict yourself. So if Tyron Smith is out, we should be fine because anybody can play that left tackle position. So how is he hurting the team? It's good when he's in there, and it's good when he's not in there because anybody can play the left tackle position. That's what I was just told.
What's that boy name?
That's what I was just told.
That was in there for Terrence Steele.
That's what I was just told. So how is he hurting the team if anybody can just play left tackle? What?
I mean, when I said we could have traded him 3 to 4 years ago, I mean, you could have used one of those draft picks.
And you could have.
To get another good left tackle. Another really good left tackle.
But they didn't.
No, and I don't think you can just put anyone there. I mean, you have to have some caliber of talent to be there and be competent enough to be there. But I don't think you can just put anybody there or any left tackle there and be comfortable with it. But like I said, and they could have, but they didn't. Trade, use a pick or so to get them.
I wasn't done. I'm just looking at stats. I heard I wasn't done. I'm just pulling something up.
Look at this. Look at that. Look at that comment. That's old school right there. Look at it. Look at it. I always won those debates too, Cleveland Brown. You know that.
I remember, like I told you, Corner, I remember just sitting at work and listening to you, Fifth Quarter, 1980, and what, My Cowboys Family, right? That was your other one?
I don't speak to those guys. I don't know who that channel is.
Okay, my bad. But that round table, man, I used to sit there for hours just listening to y'all talk. That was fun.
Yeah. 1980 Space Cowboy. Don't forget Space Cowboys. A lot of people forget Space Cowboy started that round table. That's who started that round table. Space Cowboy is the one that put all that together. Big shout out to Space Cowboy 17.
I had no idea he put that together, but that's cool.
Yeah, he reached out to everybody, man. I ain't know who he was.
I didn't know who anybody was, to be honest with you.
He reached out to everybody on Twitter, man. Space Cowboy responsible for that, man. He put all that together, man.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah, he definitely did, man. Yeah, for sure. Tyron Smith should not be the Dallas Cowboys starter in 2022.
But you know,
he's completely stubborn.
Backup money. I'm okay with that. But don't be.
He's okay with Tyron Smith being a starter because he's making backup money.
Times in the first 10 games.
Listen to him. Because he's making backup money, he's okay with him being a starter. Winning is not the objective of Cowboy fans, man. I'm telling you.
You don't know how to hear. You don't know how to hear. I said that's fine. He could be a backup left tackle. He could be a swing tackle. That's cool. But when 15 sacks happen in the first 10 games on that left side, don't say, man, Tyron Smith need to be the starter.
You hear how he's making up fake situations.
Hashtag.
Look how he's making up fake situations He's making up fake
Hashtag 77
situations.
in the game.
He's making up fake situations just to try to make a point when 15 sacks happened in the first 10 games. Boy, stop it. Tyron Smith won't play the first 10 games.
You're gonna have a rookie.
He won't play the
guard.
first 10 games. Ain't nobody getting sacked 15 times in the first 10
rookie
games.
left tackle at this rate. So you want your $40 million quarterback to have his blind side be covered by rookies. That's cool. That's
I deal with facts, not made up stuff, man. You making up you making up stuff that don't exist.
Okay. So you trust 2 rookies on the left tackle and left guard position. You trust
I didn't say a rookie. I didn't say a rookie.
So Cowboys are gonna go get a free agent because the last free agent
this is the same conversation people tell him about. When he say get rid of Dak, this is the same scenario people give him and he get mad about it. When he say get rid of Dak, people like, who you gonna get? And he be like, I don't know anybody, not him.
Look at all these people. Chaz Green. All right, let's go get Chaz Green. He's a free agent. Let's go get him. But put him back at left tackle. Where's Adrian Claiborne? He's a free agent. Sign him to the Commanders. Sign him to the Giants. Sign him to the Eagles. Let's do Adrian Claiborne versus Chaz Green all over again. That's not made up stuff. That's facts. But that happened 5 years ago, man. That was 5 years ago. That was 5 years ago. Why would that repeat itself like that? What are you talking about? Chaz Green was Terrence Steele ain't better than Chaz Green? One more time.
Terrence Steele ain't better. Terrence Steele ain't better than Chaz Green?
Terrence Steele's better than Chaz Green, yeah.
All right, then. So why would you use that scenario to try to make your point? You're making up something old.
Because
you're bringing up something old.
Phil brought up Chaz Green. I'm interacting with my
no, you brought up. I'm talking about the Claiborne. That's old.
I'm interacting with my comment section.
Look at everybody saying Chaz Green. We've upgraded so much since Chaz Green. Terrence Steele literally played both tackles last year and did good.
Terrence Steele playing the right side.
He played both. He switched over last year. You forgot?
And how bad did he look at the left side?
It was his first time ever doing it. And then the second game, he didn't allow no.
So it was his first time ever doing it. So we're going to bring a rookie left tackle. We're going to bring a rookie left guard for the first time ever to do it. And we're going to be okay with that. Okay.
Well, you falling off, boy.
I get what you're saying.
You used to be better than that, boy. You falling off.
Okay.
So Steele didn't play left tackle in college.
I don't know. I know the second time he played in the NFL, he didn't allow no sacks.
At the left tackle position, yeah.
You can Google that. He ain't allowed no sacks. I know that.
I wonder how many times Dak Prescott rolled to the right, too.
You see what I'm saying? You see he making up stuff to try to justify Tyron Smith being over there.
To the right, too.
Man, please,
how many times Tony Pollard ran to the right, too.
Man, please, man. Please. I wonder how many times Zeke had to pick up a block that Tyron Smith missed. Big ball-headed ass.
Zeke usually blocks in the middle or to the right side.
He didn't pick up, man.
He chips to the left. Yes, he does. He chips.
Hey, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. You used to be better than that, man.
I have seen Zeke.
If it wasn't for copyright on our channels and all these other places, I'll pull up my NFL Game Pass. I'll share my screen and we'll watch tape right now.
I don't need to watch tape, bro. I seen it. Okay. You seen it, but you want to make your point, so you're gonna be stubborn.
Okay.
You know what Tyron looked like last. Stop acting like he's still top 10.
When healthy.
What does that mean? When I'm healthy, I can run 5 miles.
Who's the best lineman right now?
I have no idea.
Zach Martin? Is he getting too old?
Yes.
Zach Martin's a couple injuries. Might as well get rid of him.
Not like
Listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying.
A couple years ago.
Listen at him.
I'll get rid of Zach Martin too.
I'm done with that. Let's talk about something else. Cause this man, he too stubborn. He did the same. This the same analogy Cowboy fan used on him when he say get rid of Dak, but now he using it for Tyron. Contradicting, man.
It's 2 different positions.
Go to somebody else, man. We not talking about that. He's talking about win healthy.
2 different positions.
Win healthy, man.
2 different positions.
What is that? You see how they talk? When healthy, he the best. When is he healthy? He ain't played a full season since 2014.
You forget 2016, don't you? You do.
Okay, I'm sorry. He ain't played a full season since 7 years ago. I'm sorry.
You forget 2016.
7 years ago was the last time he played a full season. Every year around this time, I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my life. The man had surgery last year and still missed 6 games.
Everybody says
Stop saying when he healthy, because when he healthy, he's still out there getting 7 penalties and allowing sacks. Please. There's people with lower names than Tyron Smith that probably won't even be a Hall of Famer that didn't allow 5 sacks last year. That didn't allow 7, that didn't get 6 penalties. You want me to go through the list for you? And you think Tyron is the top of the echelon? Boy, please. We can get a left tackle to do that. We can get a left tackle to do what Tyron do.
Tyron Smith is going to be the starter at the left guard position. Or the left
he
tackle
is.
position.
I didn't say he wasn't. I said he don't need to be.
And I want you. I'm gonna take a shot for every sack Tyron Smith allows next year. And I guarantee you, when the season's done, I won't be in AA. I won't be in AA in next March.
And Tyron Smith ain't played a full season since 2015, not 2016. See, I told y'all he make up stats, and you got to go check it.
No,
he makes stuff up.
We weren't talking about health, so don't try to steer this in the direction that benefits you. Fifth quarter, we were talking about playing at a high level.
No. You said when healthy. You said when healthy.
Were we not?
You said when healthy, and I said he ain't played a full season since 2014. You said no, 2016.
Did he play at a high level in 2016?
No, we talking about. You said when healthy. We talking about health. He ain't played a full season since Dez Bryant was hurt. Nah, don't switch it. That man played 2 games in 2020.
Google 2 games. Jay. We were talking about
2 games. No, we wasn't.
Google
no, we wasn't.
We were
no, we wasn't. No, we weren't. No, we weren't. We never said high level. You said when healthy. I said healthy.
This is live. We can.
No. We can't go back, man. This ain't. We can't.
What? Do a little
making up stuff.
And then we will man. I will send you the clip, and you can be
Boys
like
for life. Boys for life. He said when healthy, he's the best. I said he ain't been healthy. He ain't played a full season since 2014. You said no, 2016. We didn't talk about how good he was. We didn't say that. We said when healthy.
Oh, look at this.
We said when healthy. Of course, you're gonna pull up the comments that benefit you. I don't care about that. You doing what MCF do right now. We don't care about. See, you contradict yourself all night. Now you doing what MCF do. They pull up the comments that benefit them, and you doing it right now.
Look at this.
That's what you're doing right now? That what you done fell to? Man, you desperate. You done fell off, boy. You done fell off. That man ain't played a full season since 2015, bro. You know when Dez was hurt, you know who our star receiver was in 2015? Bryce Butler and Devin Street. You know who our quarterback was? Matt Castle and the other Brandon Whedon. That's the last time he played a full season. We could have sat him out. That man ain't played a full season since 2016. I was in my mid-20s.
Season this year.
2015, I was in my mid-20s.
What are you gonna say?
I hope he do. I hope he good. I hope he playing. He good. What you mean? I don't want him to lose. I'm just saying it ain't been in 7 years and it ain't gonna happen now. But you too stubborn, just like everybody else is. Tell me it's time to move on because you like who you like. Just like when it was time to move on from Jason Witten, you wanted him to stay because you like who you like.
Travis
you get hooked to players and you find every reason to keep them. But when Dez Bryant was, but you crapped on Dez Bryant. You went to the man Twitter, talked about him on there. Man.
You bring up Doug Free.
Nah, man.
Travis Frederick.
I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that, man.
Now we're gonna talk about Tyron.
I don't care, man. I don't care. Bottom line is that man ain't been healthy. That man ain't been healthy in 7 years, bro. 7. That man ain't been healthy in almost a decade. And you talking about, oh, he's still he ain't nothing. He just big for nothing.
Travis
living off the pad. Come on, twin. You living in the pad.
It ain't living on the pad. It's living of how you gonna get those guys replaced.
Yeah, bro, everybody is replaceable, bro. Everybody is replaceable. Stop that. You know football. So Tyron gonna be here till he's 90 years old. So he gonna play till he's 90.
So it's easy.
What is easy? Ain't nothing easy about replacing a player in the NFL. It has to happen. It has to happen though. See what I'm saying?
Easy.
Listen, bro. This man said get rid of Dak. This man said get rid of Dak. He said get rid of Dak. And they said, who you going to replace him with? He said, anybody but him. Now it's hard to replace people. Now it's hard to replace people. But when we were talking about Dak, you say anybody. Stop contradicting yourself, man. You can bring that up
all you want. I'm going to stand on it. You can bring anybody in here.
Stop playing, bro.
Justin Herbert.
Stop playing, bro.
You could have drafted Patrick Mahomes.
Let it go, man.
You could have drafted a lot of players.
Let it go, bro.
Cowboys ain't going to do it. So we can circle back to the who you going to draft talk. But the Cowboys ain't going to do it because that's their guy. They paid him.
That's their guy, but bro.
They paid him. They paid him.
I want to move on time, bro.
Oh, and Kaepernick's a free agent.
Okay, he's a quarterback. What are you talking about?
We're just talking about Dak Prescott. What are you? You forget what we're talking about, crazy man.
So now you want to bring in Cap when they already paid the man all this money?
They
That-
look what they did with Amari Cooper. They traded him. They paid him all that money. Look what they did with DeMarcus Ware. They cut him, paid him all that money. Cowboys do it.
They
have a
ain't
long
pay
history.
nobody. They ain't pay nobody in their first year. They got rid of him, bro. They just paid Dak last year.
Well, a couple more years.
They just paid Dak last year. You just stuck on these players like they elite, bro. Tyron hurting the team. Tyron hurting the team. The center hurting the team. The left guard hurting the team. They hurting the team. I didn't say anybody.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
no, I didn't. I said that's what you say when mentioning Dak Prescott. I said there's guys out there with less of a name that has allowed less penalties than Tyron. You living off the name. I'm talking about what he do on the field. There's guys out there, no name tackles right now that does not have 7 penalties, bro. You acting like that. You can't put a guy there to block, bro. You living off. Now you asking crazy stuff.
Who are they?
Now you okay?
Spit it out.
I'll tell you. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
You spit it out.
I'm finna tell you.
All right, come on.
All right, give me 1 second, man.
One. Where are they at?
Give me 1 second, bro. Let me see what Tyron is. He was 17th. Okay. Connor Williams was number 1 in penalties.
Yes, he was.
Lyle Collins was.
I'm talking about left tackles.
I know what you're talking about. There go Tyron. Look at that. Look at this man. Lord have mercy. There we go. Dallas Cowboys. Oh, look at this no-name joker right here. This man ain't got but 5 penalties. Let me Google him. He probably ain't. Oh, look at that. He number 77 too. Ain't that something?
What's his name?
Let me look this man up real quick.
What's his name?
So I told y'all dealing with this man, y'all got to pull up stats.
What is his name?
He was talking to you. Pull up stats.
What's his name?
Give me a second, boy. It was a 3rd round. What round Tyron got drafted in?
Number 1.
Number 1. What year that was?
2009, I believe.
That man ain't been on NFL since 2009, man.
Was it 2010 then?
That man don't even know. Man, all right.
When we drafted him?
That man drunk.
It was a long time ago. When we drafted Boys for Life?
Drafted who?
Tyron Smith.
2011.
Yeah, I thought it was 10, and then Dez came in 11.
It was 11.
It was the other way around.
11, 1st round, pick 9.
That's what that was 10. I thought that was 10.
Well, the man been. Ooh, it's time for him to go, man. Man,
I want to know the guy that you picked up that was drafted in the 3rd round. And how many games did he play?
Oh, let me go back to the.
And I want to know how many games he played.
All right. Let me go back to the left tackles. See, boy, that's what I was doing. You made me forget what I was doing, boy.
We got to wrap this show up anyway. We're already past an hour.
Yeah, man. I got to go. You know what I got to go do.
Get your ass whooped in Madden.
No, the other thing.
$40. I can hear the money right now. You hear that in his pocket? Look, it sounds like that.
I'm not paying for them, brother. Y'all boy got to stop that, man.
$40.
Hold up, my bad. I got a call.
You got to pay. They're looking for their 40 before you hit it.
I ain't paying for them, boy.
I was looking up the top tackle, 32 tackles.
All right, where can they find you, Fifth Quarter?
Man, what I do, man?
Before you go. He out. All right.
Yeah. I ain't out. Y'all go.
Okay. No, but before we go, I'm looking up, at least for 2021, the top tackles and 32 tackles in the NFL.
Okay, go ahead.
And I haven't seen on this list, in the PFF list, I didn't see Terrence Williams at all, or Tyron Smith at all. Sorry, on here.
Because it's ranking them.
Yeah, from 1 to 32, and it's just off
the top 32.
It's tackle, so it's left and right.
Man, couldn't even make the top 32.
You have David. I don't even know how you say his last name, but he's from Green Bay. Then you have Trent Williams, Ryan Zemansky from the Saints, Armstead from the Saints, Ronnie Stanley from the Ravens, Trent Wirfs from Tampa, Garrett Bowles from Denver. And this is the top 8. Larry Tinsel, Taylor Mont, I guess I say his name, from the Panthers, Lane Johnson at number 10. And then it just goes, yeah. La'el Collins made it on here, apparently. I don't know how.
Man, he's stubborn, man. He ain't gonna give it up, man.
Oh, there he is. Tyron Smith. Sorry, he's at 22, but still. 7 penalties.
22. And how long have you been in the league?
He allowed 2 sacks last year.
Oh,
2 sacks
in
and
11
7
games.
penalties.
In 11 games, he allowed 2 sacks.
He's supposed to. That ain't in the brag about. What are you talking about?
Oh, 11 games, 2 sacks. But we got to get rid of him.
Wait a minute.
Well, we got to get rid of him, huh? Well, we got to get rid of him, huh?
7 penalties, allowed 2 sacks. Offensive snaps played 738, which is tied for 48th.
Oh, very interesting there, stat there, boy. Let's keep that Tyron Smith, baby.
That's not a flex. That's not good.
That's not good.
No. First of all, how many games, bro? Do you know how many games last year that he couldn't finish? That he didn't play the full game? Hell, I know he ain't allowed but 2 sacks. Hell, he ain't play about 20 minutes.
Tackles in the league, and he's number 22 out of 64. Out of 64, he's number 22.
I'm not shocked, man. It's what y'all typical Cowboys.
I'll say that's better than half the guys.
Yeah, it's what typical Cowboy. I'm not even bad.
Mental health.
It's what y'all do, man.
11 games. Huh? He's really hurting the team with them 2 sacks now.
Boy, that's
really
sad.
Hurting the team with them 2 sacks.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the guys that are ahead of him. I'm seeing a lot of guys that are ahead of him that have allowed more than 2 sacks.
Oh, interesting.
You know why? Because they played more games and more minutes in the game. How many games Tyron came out of because he couldn't finish? He only
he brought up snaps. Bring up those snap counts again for the other guys that you're seeing. You said 700 and how many?
738.
738.
Okay. Trent Williams, number 2, 936.
Okay, 200 more snaps. Okay.
He said 200 more snaps. Like that's a small number.
Okay.
Ryan Zemansky, 653 snaps.
How many? What was that number?
653.
So who had more? Tyron had more snaps, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then Armstead from the Dolphins had 468.
Oh, less games, more sacks. Oh, I get it. Okay, go ahead.
Trent Wirfs had 1,182.
That's a lot. He played the whole season.
Yeah. Bowles from Denver had 870.
Okay, 100 more snaps. How many sacks?
Let me go back. Hold on. 5.
See, I can blurt out stats because I go off the eye test. Thank you, Forrest, for pulling that up. Thank you.
Yeah, see, I don't know how strong this holds weight because the number 1 guy on this list only had 27 snaps played.
It don't matter where they're ranked to me.
Yeah.
What matters is the snap count, holdings, and sacks. And
well, that's what I'm saying. The snap count was
a little better than 22 to me.
Well, see,
not a snap count matter to you. You ain't said nothing about that earlier.
No, but we talked about.
No. You only saying it because he gave you the number.
You brought up. He played more games.
He did?
Played more games. That's what you brought up.
So you have Taylor Monto from Carolina. He played 1,149 snaps.
The
whole season. He allowed 1 sack, which is tied for 71st.
He should be number 1.
Yeah, and he had 5 penalties.
He should be number 1.
Yeah, but they got him at 9.
But I think you reading those numbers, I think Tyron Smith's down a little better than 22 out of the 64.
Lane Johnson had 820. Last one, Lane Johnson had 821, 7 penalties, and no sacks. But of course, he missed a few games as well for mental reasons.
Okay. So Tyron Smith playing through all these injuries, played 11 games. Through that list, he sounded like he's better than 22 to me. But let's get rid of him. But I just throw stats in there and don't let people search it. Okay. It's the eye test. That's what I go off of. The eye test. Fifth quarter, where can they find you?
Boy, y'all the reason we ain't gonna never win a Super Bowl, boy.
I don't think we're the reason. I think it's the front.
No, not you. No, I'm saying typical Cowboys fan that accepts stuff like this dude, man. Accept people that he want to be around.
Like out of 64.
It's so sad, bro. It's sad. I don't know when it's time to move on from somebody, man.
But he's still playing.
I don't know when it's time to move on. Okay. Bro, I can have 100 boxing matches and lose all of them. It don't matter. Like, what is repetition, man? I can lose every fight I have.
You ain't going to no Hall of Fame.
Like,
you ain't going to hold no titles.
Dez Bryant going to the Hall of Fame.
I don't even know. There's no merit to that.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? Pure hate. It makes no pure hate, bro. It makes no sense. How they know? You see what I'm saying? Cowboys fans pick and choose.
He'll be in the Hall of Fame. He'll be.
They pick and choose. How they know merit to that? Like, what are you talking about?
10th ballot. Because he has 16 touchdowns in one season. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
For Debo Sanders. Man, we don't need Debo, man. Nah, bro. That Cowboys they won't know how to use Debo.
Where can they find you?
Where they can find you fifth quarter?
Man, they can find me in the script club, man. Man, they know the channel, man. They know my channel.
Yeah, for everyone that's in here, Fifth Quarter Cowboys, Twitter and his YouTube page is in the description.
Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. We put that in there just for you. It's in there, so all you guys watching, go like, subscribe to his channel. Very informative. I like it.
Hey, y'all, I want y'all to pay attention to the left tackle this year.
Please do.
Minimum 5 games missed. Minimum.
Better than.
Listen to the mediocrity. Listen to the mediocrity he's about to accept. Listen.
He's
not the best. Oh, it's better than this. It's like
he's a top 10 left tackle.
This is what the Cowboys.
When he's top 10.
He's the top 10 left tackle where?
In the National Football League. Did you not just hear the stats?
Oh yeah.
Did you not just hear the stats?
He just straight up dipped.
Did he not just hear the stats?
Yeah, they're there.
They're there. And guess what? I can say it because it's the eye test. You see how he got quiet when he heard those snap count and the holding penalty and the sacks. He got quiet, right? He got quiet, right? He's over here talking about, I got somebody right here. He's a third round pick. He never gave a name.
But man, another fun, entertaining show. Like I said, the round table, miss it. All the arguments going back and forth. That was the things that got me going while I was at work Saturday night. It was fun. And then sometimes joining in every now and again. That was fun. But another fun show. Again, thank you, Fifth Quarter Cowboy, for coming on here. Cowboys Corner, where can I get you, man?
Yeah, Cowboys Corner right here on YouTube, guys, _ Cowboys Corner on Twitter. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. The Boyz Corner right here. If you catch me on a video that I'm making on my channel and you missed the show, it will be in a card probably 3/4 of the way of the video. Just click that over to the newest episode of that week of the Boyz Corner.
Awesome. All right, man. Y'all can find me here at Boys for Life on YouTube, and then Boys for Life 04 is my Twitter handle for every live reaction on any Cowboys news. And that's it, guys. We're out. Later.